Hello and welcome to Big Pier 2, scenario number 58 in our quest to play everything in Open RCT2. Today, we have to get 1,200 guests by the end of October year 2, park rating 600, you know the drill. So this is a scenario that has free admission, which means we're charging for rides, and if the name seems familiar, it's because there is a scenario called Big Pier, hence Big Pier 2, and it's laid out kind of similar to this, a little smaller as the scenario description said, but the difference is this one starts with some rides, and we have to somehow, in the next, I guess technically 2 years, but in terms of actual months, it's closer to, what, 10? Anyway, we have to get to 1,200 guests, and you might think, oh, it's going to be pretty easy, but it's going to be harder than you think, because we don't have that much space in terms of, well, side to side or up and down, and we have to weave around all of these other things. Plus, the selection of roller coasters isn't necessarily the best for this. We do have the looping coaster, which means we can do whoop-de-doos, but we don't really have much else that's that good. And we could use some more thrill rides, as you can probably imagine. So let's get this hooked up here. I'm going to focus on roller coasters and thrill rides. And because we do have the looping coaster available, I do want to put the whoop-de-doos in here. It's a good starting point, always is. And, we have these things kind of set up in a way where it's going to be possible for us to... I was hoping I could go through the center of the loop. That would have been cool. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me do that, unfortunately. So I'm going to see, is there anywhere... Oh, I can do that. Good. Good. Let's do this. Let's put the left there, and then let's come in here. Oh, that was... definitely not supposed to be scrolling out that side. Let's put the right one here. And now, get this popped over on this side. We can probably leave this at $2 each. It's probably fine. I should check and see what people spawn in with. Okay, never mind. We got money bags over here. All right. No. You can pay $3. You can pay $3 to get on the whoop-de-doos. And it's set to synchronize. We'll go ahead and just get that opened up. We do need to, of course, connect the pass. And once again, I am regretting not having saved the queues with all these, because every time I put these down, I do have to pop this in. Well, that's fine. Not that big of a deal. We just have to spend an extra 15 seconds doing this. So that's going to be regular. Up we go. And now we've got two coasters. We can build some stuff on top of here. Maybe a little bit higher, and that's cool because it goes underneath the path. So let's get a couple more handymen, let's get another mechanic, and I believe that's going to be a decent start. We still have $7,000 that we haven't done anything with. We have an enterprise already. We have merry-go-round, we have the Ferris wheel, we have twist, we have a haunted house, so I know a couple of you can be happy about that, and we do have a log flume. I do think we can probably have some more logs in the flume. We do have 12 boats, and there's currently none that are back at the station. So if this continues to be an issue, we can raise the number of boats. Log flumes are good at soaking up a bunch of guests, figuratively and literally. Maybe the splash boats is the only thing that's better, and we've talked about that a couple times before. But while we're waiting. We have the spinning wild mouse available, and I don't see one built. We have our custom one that we've done before. Probably not a bad thing to pop in. This might actually, it's the same. No, it's 1/2 block higher. Oh, too bad I can't go one more over that way, because this will just go straight into the path like this with no queue. I don't necessarily want that. I also don't have to force this to go somewhere just because it's a pre-built ride that's easy. I know. Why in the world are there bumper boats all the way over here? Oh, that seems like such a bad idea. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna not worry about it. Okay, we're getting a roller coaster on April 1st. I wonder which one that's going to be, because I kind of don't... I don't have that much else. I don't want to build a bunch of the same type of coaster. We don't have... Okay, what did I just see? I don't have a spiral slide, do I? Not that that's really that great of a ride. Oh, they can actually navigate to get back in there. All right. The spiral slide is a pretty good way to fill a space like this, because you don't have to have a queue. You can just say, go ahead, get on in there. And they will, in fact, go ahead and get on in there. That's fine. We've got a fry stall. Let's actually take a look at this so I don't just have to guess. Okay, that's the only stall. I'm going to go ahead and pop in an information kiosk. Let's get that umbrella jacked up to $5. And coffee. Why not? Let's put coffee shop in here. Not that I'm going to build another one of these, but I do always like to check that. And then, I don't think I can reasonably fit something here that's also going to have a queue. So it probably doesn't matter. I'll just put the drink stall there. And bathroom we already have, so I don't need to do that. We should probably put in a bench or a couple of them over here. I don't see a lot of trash cans. I do see some. But people like to throw garbage on the ground, and I don't like it when people throw garbage on the ground, so I'm just going to pop in a couple more of these. Doesn't have to be a lot, but it's nice to have somewhere they can plop that stuff. Oh, good. Wooden Wild Mouse is a good coaster for us to have in here. Because it's pretty compact. They're not super expensive. Let's get that through April 1st so we can build that. Okay. And I think there's a couple pretty compact designs. Cheesy Mice, I think, technically is a little smaller. Crazy Vol's a good design. That's just kind of nutso looking. I was kind of hoping I could fit this in here. I might have gotten the dimensional guessing slightly wrong. We have a space here. I probably should try to reserve for a quote-unquote better coaster. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do this exact one here. Okay, this one will fit. This one will fit. If I can find a decent way to get the, no, hold on. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted the exit and the entrances on that side. This is probably about the best place to put this. Yeah, it had mouse cars, no kidding. Let's try to make some money here. Now, I was not born yesterday, so I will not be putting the entrance in first, and then, by proxy, killing the guests as they leave the coaster. But I do need to hide the supports so I can see the entrance. Okay. Guests can't get to the entrance to Cheesy Mice. Well, that's too bad. You're going to have to get over it. All right. Now they have a quick little queue, but it's a wooden wild mouse. You're never waiting too long for one of those because those things just constantly go around and around and around. So that should be okay there. What's on tap next? Of course, it's unknown. Let's get that on triple speed. Boat hire 1, boat 2 has not returned. Where is boat 2? Okay, no, I want to check. Oh, they're just having fun. They're not, they're not doing anything wrong. Although all these guests do seem to be kind of stuck in that same area. They're not stuck. They're just all over there. There they go. See? Don't cry wolf. They'll show up eventually. The rail ride, 30th of April. Now, is it go-karts, is the question. Is this vomit has been here forever. Okay, Rotodrop is also a good choice. Why does this guy have lawn mowing enabled? There's no grass anywhere. There's not a single blade of grass to be found. Alright, come and clean that up, thank you. I probably do need more than 3 handymen. Yeah, we're about to get the Rotodrop. We'll get that primed, ready to go, because I do like those. That's a good, decent throughput ride. It also looks interesting. tidiest park in the country. Yeah, it's because we don't really have anybody here. Now, I would like to find a fun place to put this, like through the middle of one of these parts of the coaster, possibly. Okay, that would fit there. Wouldn't really be that easy to get a path to it. Obviously it's not going to fit through... Wait a minute. Is that actually going to... That's surprising. I did not think that was going to work. And I can actually build all the way out here? Oh, boy. I had not realized that. Okay, let's put this here. I'm going to have that come all the way around to... Okay, it's actually not going to let me get away with that. Well, that's fine. We can still make something out of this. Pop in here. I will do that, and then I can get this stuck in. Then I go up. And there you go. Now you can go down to get to the roto drop, and that's $2 is fine. I don't like the color scheme on this, so I do think I want to change it because this is a fun beach environment. What about... Okay, that actually blends in too much. That's too bright. Icy. Oh, that is wrong biome. That is ghastly. But if I change this to white, that's slightly better. Okay, that's actually not... I don't think that's that much of an improvement, is it? Well, it's bright. Give them that. Okay, we don't know what's coming next. That's fine. We are up to 700 guests. The whoop-de-doos should be... Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. $10,000 an hour. Whoop-de-doos, great. I've seen a couple of comments asking why I don't ever use this screen. I haven't really found it to be that necessary, honestly. But sometimes it can be helpful. So I did think it would be nice to show it to you. A lot of people like whoop-de-doo. A lot of people need to go to the bathroom, so maybe we'll build another bathroom. Okay, Ferris wheel. People always want to get off the Ferris wheel. I don't see anything that's really concerning from this. Really good value usually means you can increase the price. We don't necessarily have to. Park map from information kiosk is a really good value. I think guests will basically pay anything. I think it was one of the most recent Marcel Voss videos. As I'm recording this, I don't know when this video is going out. That guests will pay any amount up to and including 70 cents for a park map just automatically. And then after that, I think it depends on circumstances. But considering that people are complaining about having to go to the bathroom, it's kind of a no-brainer to just put one in. So, if I can find a good spot, this seems like a decent place for that to go. We're not charging for the bathrooms in this one, because the other one isn't. Got bunker boats absolutely everywhere. Now that I know we can actually build outside of this, we've got 4-hole tiles. We could, if we get a decent coaster design, we could actually have one going all the way around the outside. Actually, I don't know if it's going to be possible to get over this effectively. I kind of want to try, but it's going to be expensive, so maybe we have to wait. I think looping roller coaster might be the best bet there. I can't promise we're going to do it because it's a 2-year scenario, but that seems like an opportunity that would be a mistake to pass up if we can do it. Remember that we do need to have a lot of rides so we can have enough guests to actually beat the scenario. That's rule number 1. Oh, Virginia reel. All right, you know what? After all that, we don't really need to be doing the Virginia reel. Okay, I'm gonna have this go up to here. If I have a nice long station platform, it's probably too long. Why is it letting me build this much of a station platform? I think you can only ever have a certain number of trains anyway. We'll check and see. Is this going to let me go? Can I go any further out? No, I cannot. So if that's going to be where our lift hill is. There is such a thing as, roller coasters being boring because the lift hill is too long. Other types of coasters can kind of fix that by having a cable lift hill, or sometimes you can You can boost them up a hill instead. I don't know that boosting is going to be that great of an option. But I do want to try. So you can't have a chain on the steep hill. I also kind of worry that this might... Oh, I could just turn that on. That's always an option. Whoa, we got trains. Okay. I do want to see just how fast one of these gets going. Okay, that seemed like it was going to go pretty quick. If it can make it all the way up here to the 70 foot and it's boosted, we don't have to wait for a lift hill, that could be a big help. And then immediately just no. That, by the way, would be a horrible crash if that were a real thing. Let's try with the 3 boosters. And I can't spend too much time doing this, but I was very tempted by having to build around the outside. So 3 of those, not gonna get us up there. Okay. I think we'll instead just have this go as far as it can and then hit a chain, because I don't want it to take too long. Okay, so that can grab right there and be totally fine. Let's go up to 100. And then, right off the bat... Now, you can do one of these, just straight down like that, but it's actually a quicker descent if you do this. So we'll go all the way down. I think I can do... Okay, not quite. Go down to this. Of course, that's going to be really fast, and I don't want it to have crazy G-forces, so we might have to modify what we're doing here. Okay, that is probably going to be pretty severe. Let's try this. It's going to get us up to 90 feet. I think it... I mean, I can't do another one of these, but I think it will get back up to at least 100. Let's go for this. Maybe get them a little bit of airtime at the top of this hill. But we're going to have to do some turns and maybe like another helix or something on this side. I don't know. I don't normally do this. I like to try some of this stuff in a different style than what I normally do. Alright, come on. Okay, that might actually work pretty well. Let's do... Yeah, let's actually put this in a helix here, because I have the space. Have that come down. I do... Oh, now I'm out of money. See, this is what happens when you do stuff like this. You start running out of cash. I can't exactly have this go, you know, forever, because we have only until the end of year 2. But I guess this is a good opportunity to see... Whoa, okay, that is... it made it up the hill. If it's fully loaded, it'll go a little quicker. So that actually looks like that's going to be fine if I can actually get this to go. Now I can... Of course I don't have the... Why is that $230-some? All right. At risk of bankruptcy. Okay. 20 grand. 20 grand. I think this is worth what I'm trying to do. Can I go one more? I can. So that means I actually didn't need to do this. I can go one more here. And then I can go all the way out. Have this come straight up. Because I don't want it to go too fast through the corner here. This is just comical, though. That's too much. I'm very curious, though. So all the way down. That might actually be a little bit too quick. Might be a little too quick. That goes up to 70 feet. Probably is fine. Now, what might end up happening is I finish this, like, stupid, awful loop coaster, and then it's like, you can't have anyone ride this because they're going to die of internal bleeding. And like, okay, well. Sometimes stuff just happens. Have this go all the way back down. Let's go again. I know that's not going to work, but I can come all the way down here. And then as a result of that, I can go... Can I go right? I can. I can go further out. Then I can do multiple loops. Okay, I can't do that. If it makes it through this, then I think it should. That adds a little bit of something. And again, maybe this is a terrible thing, but at least we're trying something new. It's not just plopping down rides. Maybe, you know, maybe that's okay. I'm honestly kind of not sure. This is going to get back up to 60 feet from here. That should be fine. This is going to go all the way around. It doesn't have to go all the way around the outside. Like, you know, we do have the option of kind of doing some of this type of stuff. Actually, no, we don't, because that's not enough room. Let's try, because I do want to try and do something like that. Okay, it's still not enough room. All right. Well, let the record show that I tried. See if this is going. This just takes so long. This is actually really funny. So I wonder if I should modify this a little bit. It's too bad. I mean, I know why you can't do this, but it's too bad you can't just select, cut, and then move that somewhere else. Just make it through here. Make it through here. Come all the way up here. Yeah, okay. And that's a reasonable speed at which to go this way. Let's go here. Let's go back up. Can I... No, it's probably not going to go back up to 70, so I can just go up to 55, I think, and be okay. I do kind of want to wait to see if this is going to make it through all of this. I do have to check. Wait for this thing to come through. It is nice having the ghost. I will say that. Okay, so come through here. No reason to believe this won't work. That might actually be a little bit too quick. Obviously that's not going to work there. That would be right at 75. That is higher. So let's just keep this at 55. That's fine. I can't have it go directly over the Ferris wheel. Obviously that's not going to fit. But, let's see. Can I do something like this? Now, this could also be just G-force death doing that, but, you know, going right on top of the path can be a fun thing. Could be interesting, at least. So I do think I have to wait to see how bad this is going to look, because if I have to come back and bank this, then this is going to be like a hopeless endeavor. I'm feeling like it... Oh, where was I going? I feel like it might be kind of a bad thing. Let's just follow this. We're up to 800 guess, which, you know, maybe I overestimated how hard this scenario was going to be. That's okay, we can take some time to do stuff. Alright, so come on down here. And going up there. That is going to be monstrous G-forces. That is going to be, like, gargantuanly bad. It's also going to kind of eject riders real weird. This is a nice sweeping curve, though. I do like that. So I know I just said I wasn't going to do this, but... Oh, that's not going to fit there now, huh? Okay, that's now in the wrong spot. Now at the very top here, I can do one of these. I just don't know that the I don't know that the roller coaster is going to actually make it up here. Let's wow, after all that, it still is taking too long. I just need to make sure this can actually get up here. In theory, it should be able to. Might be close. So all the way up. Okay. Alright, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's not happening. Cannot go to 70 feet. I'll just have to keep this up to... I'll go up to 60. I do think the S-bend is going to have to be a thing, though. I know we're spending so much time doing this. Might not make sense to you, but... we gotta do it. That's how slow that's going there. Okay. I just need to be sure this can get over the hump here without being crazy lateral G nonsense, and then we'll basically be home free. Okay, that could be kind of rough lateral G wise. But... Okay, I can't... Wow, I actually can? That is... Oh. Alright, well... turns out the land's not owned by the park anyway, so... Oh, Ferris wheel in the way. So I do have to come on this side of the, what do you call it? So all that, and I can't even do what I wanted to do. All right, that's unfortunate. Well, if I come over here a little bit sooner, and then have that go that way. Now I'm actually in a decent location to do this. Provided this actually makes it over... Okay, we'll check and see. We've spent so much time on this. Now, just make it up here to this little twisty bit. Okay, good. I don't think we need to worry about that anymore. So we come down this way. Can I... Drink stall on the way. Okay, you know I should have seen that one coming. That is about as close as we're going to get to this. Now, if I had planned this a little bit better, I could have had a loop right in front of the entrance, but instead, I think I want to have that come in there. Then that's going to be right over the path. That's exactly a good spot to be, because then I can build some other rides on top of this. I don't know that I can really do too much else besides just making some little bunny hills here and there. And it's going to lose some momentum going through the loop, so maybe 40 feet might... It just takes so long to come through here. It's unbelievable. Excuse me. Let's go up to 45. I think I can handle that. I can't... Okay, I can't actually do too much more than that. I can go to 25 here. Okay, we're already up here. Bank left, bank right. Come down. Please make it through the loop, or I'll be sad. Barely. Okay, this is going to be fine. It's going to be tame. All right. So I can make it outside here. Then, provided I can... Oh, yes. Perfect. Perfect. Then we'll come around. That should be... Okay, not quite. This should be pretty close. Let's just run this straight in. Oh, okay. Cool. So it's not going to be, you know, the most exciting thing ever, but it is going to be, you know, something that's possible. Tell me how sea level's at 5 feet. I don't think that's how that works, but... I don't think we really have time to be worried about that now, do we? 15, and then across the line, to borrow from Top Gear. Now, this is a hilariously long station platform, but this is going to be kind of a long coaster, so I'm going to have the entrance probably... I'm going to have the exit up here. Let's do that. And then the entrance, I'm going to probably not need a crazy long queue, but I'm going to give it, say that. 4 trains of 8 cars per train. That's the longest you can get, and I think that's the most trains you can get. So that's going to be something else. Lift hill chain speed 6 miles per hour. That ought to help a little bit. Now I do have to actually... Look at that. I do have to actually test this, which is going to give us an idea. I think I'm only worried about lateral Gs. So let's bring that up here, and we'll just follow this thing around. Keep a look at the lateral G meter. Okay, because that barely makes it. Barely makes it, but the 6 mile per hour I think did help a tiny bit. Alright, so still very, very good lateral G-wise. Still totally fine. Totally fine. Absolutely none because we're going upside down. Looking good. Vertical Gs might actually be a bigger issue with this. Yeah, because I'm not seeing any movement lateral G-wise. I think we kind of neutered most of that out of this. The only other thing would be right here. No, it's about 1 G. Okay, what about the vertical? Whoa, no. Now that, I think I've got a pretty good idea what that is. That's not gonna be really good because that's off the chart. So, are you serious? 5.3 Gs, and it only gives it an intensity rating of 7.3. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. They're gonna pay $6 to ride this thing, but I'll take it. I cannot believe it didn't just kill this doing that. Now I'm going to not have these people drown horrible deaths at the pier. I'm just going to have this be a very long queue. Because we can technically hold, I think, 196 guests, maybe? I'm shocked that that did not immediately just destroy this whole thing. 5.3 Gs. So there you go. I built a custom coaster that is kind of terrible, but accidentally became good. So enjoy that, I suppose. And we didn't use all of our money. And people are actually wanting to ride it, which is a pleasant surprise. Yeah, these are going to be full. Just I want to see how many people I can get on the coaster at once. And then that will be full up. Yeah, so that is 126. Okay, cool. That's cool. I have 126 people on a coaster, making over $9 grand an hour. And I guess we'll have to check and see what the thoughts are when these people get off. Was great. Can't afford. Well, too bad. Park is really clean and tidy. That is not thinking about looping Roller Coaster 1, please and thank you. Yeah, I will consider that to be a rousing success. Let's get a couple more handymen. Mechanics-wise, we can probably have one more. I did see that we got a couple new things. Let's check out. I know we've got the compact inverted and the inverted always, for some reason, come at the same time. 3D cinema, meh. It's a ride. The compact inverted coaster can be a decent one. Deja Vu, there you go. When it's not completely broken down, it's actually kind of a decent coaster. Let's see. Okay, that... Oh, I remember why I didn't want to build this, because it had the... It had all of the scenery with it. I don't need all that. Yeah, I can find a decent spot. I'm going to turn this around so I can have the... Yeah, I can have the exit be closer to an actual path. I think this is the right height for this. Just have the exit directly into the path. It looks like it did do that. Let's just give it a simple queue. No, a simple queue. I'm used to this being on the other side. Stop me if you've heard me say that before. Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Something, something. You know, the 3D animation in Initial D, when they're doing all the races and stuff, for like 1995 or 1996, was actually really, really good. Like, impressively so. Let's see. Get more handymen, because there's garbage everywhere. See, I hope this is set right. This isn't going to crash. I know there's a specific type of coaster setting this has to be at. It should be okay. Yeah. So this is still really popular, looking good. We're at 876 guests. We're not even at the end of year 1. Keeping the paths clean does seem to be a much bigger task than I had previously anticipated. What else have we unlocked that I forgot about? Oh, there's actually not that much. Corkscrew, that's what we just... No, inverted coaster is what we just built. Corkscrew does have a couple of other decent designs. Most of these are big, though. That is just weird. This one, I think, tends to get stuck. It's not a bad coaster. If I can find somewhere to... Oh, okay. That might actually not be bad, having it interact with this other coaster here. Oh, requires $8,100, and I don't have that, because I spent all my money building the other coaster. Well, all we have to do is just fast forward a little bit. I don't think we're going to have any problem beating this scenario. So I'm willing to wait. to just get some more cash. And, you know, they'll buy the umbrellas. That'll help us out. I do need $8,000 though, and I've only got 5,600. Oh, log flume just broke down. I was gonna say we should add some more logs to it because there's a queue. Come on, $8,100. Come on, $8,100. Let me just build this thing so we can move right along. So this, I think, is going to be the best spot to put this, given what I have available. I just need that to kiss 8,100, and then we're going to be good to go. All right, take that out of triple, quadruple, whatever speed you want to call it. Let's do... Yeah, let's just do that. I'll do my little zigzag. Try to soak up some guests in the line. And then, oh, we've taken away our supports, which is kind of funny looking, but... Go down. There we go. Oh, what do you mean I don't have enough money to build the path? All right, that's fine. Building tarmac, asphalt for us Americans, on a wooden thing on top of the water is objectively kind of funny. Like, you would not be laying asphalt on a platform above the ocean. Like, you just have a boardwalk, but I don't think this game lets you do that. Let's say $3 will do. That should be okay. Enterprise broke down. Should I have another mechanic? No. I still have one who's not doing anything. Or do I? Yes, I do. Okay. I'm glad people seem to be enjoying this. Let's put a couple benches in. Could probably use a couple more trash cans, because I still see a bunch of garbage on the ground. I've got space here for a decent coaster if we ever unlock the actual wooden coasters. That could be a decent thing to do with that. Put a trash can in. We're working. We're working. I'm going to say right now, and I know that's going to, you know, just make them all mad, but let's do 16 boats. $350. Well, if they're willing to pay it, then that's fine. Let's get that queue restarted. It'll even itself back out. We're still not to the end of year 1, and we're already almost to 1,000 guests. I guess that's fine. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain about winning this scenario. I do still want to do a couple other things, but I don't think I've had enough interesting coasters yet. There's nothing wrong with the Virginia Reel. It's just not usually a very popular or good coaster in a lot of these scenarios. I just need to get some money back here. I think I'm probably going to need to have at least 1 or 2 more coasters to be comfortably above 1,200 and not have to worry about it. Inverted hairpin coaster, from what I remember, is... Yeah, see, that's got potential to be pretty good. Not crazy expensive. I don't care about having scenery. 2 stations, like... That might be a little bigger than I think it is. I don't have enough cash. But this could be... Yeah, that's bigger. Is that going to fit anywhere? I don't think so. I wish I just had like a regular wooden coaster would be nicer. I think wood ship would fit in this space. Seems like that would be a decent option. Well, the only thing I can do is just wait for them to research something else. Yes, let's put this in turbo. And because there's not really that much else we can really do. We're already at 1,000 guests. And I don't really have much money to build anything. Deja Vu is broken down. Yeah, stop me if you heard that one before. Thrill ride. Now, is this go-karts? If the answer is yes, then we can easily build a cheap go-kart track that could actually be a viable thing. Let's see. Nope, swing inverter ship. And that's still worth building. But I've got almost enough to build a decent wooden coaster should we research one. Let's see here. If this is a coaster, I think I want to wait to see what kind of coaster it is. If it's another thrill ride, we'll just build one of these and see what else we can do. Okay, it's a roller coaster. 21st of April. Swing inverter ship's not that expensive, so let's cut that. And come on down here. I guess we can put this kind of near the entrance as soon as it lets me in here. Have this go all the way outside. Raise that up. And then entrance doesn't really matter exactly where it goes. Just go straight out. I think this is... How many people can fit in this? 12? Yeah, the 2-tile queue should be okay. That'll be fine. Let's get that opened up. And... Tell me what kind of roller coaster. Tell me what kind of roller coaster it's going to be. Wooden coaster? Bobsled coaster. Okay, well, you know, the bobsled coaster is still neat. They can be kind of expensive, and they're also prone to crashing. Oh, come on, April 21st, so I can see if there's anything worth building of that. Alright, bobsled coaster. Flying turns, etc. Now, see, these are kind of pricey, but... Mini Bob. It's not a bad design. It also has no drops. Okay, that will fit here. I kind of don't want to use this space for a bobsled coaster, though. Can I put this in here? The answer is probably no, because of the clearance on this not having any drops, really. The Plague. There you go. I want to ride the Plague. That's a big one. That's, not. Any of these that are going to fit in here, it doesn't seem like it. Alright. Bobsled coaster, you disappoint me. Man, are you really going to make me build a Virginia reel? No, I have to try and build the Hawk's Nest. I do not care about the scenery. I don't even want the scenery. I should have turned that off. So, see, this is a lot easier to find a spot if you don't have to worry about the queue. Can I... No? Yeah, it's not going to let me do this. That's too bad. I feel like I am required by law to save this for a decent coaster design. Or you could build one yourself. Yeah, I know. Anything in this cat? Now that Golden Eagle is pretty cool. That's 12,000 bucks. I don't have 12,000. 13 by 24 might also be way too big for this. If it were a little thinner, maybe. They don't all have their... These always make me laugh. They don't all have their dimensions, which is unfortunate. That's way too big. Come on, wooden coaster. That one's just funny. That's kind of pointless. These are all just... They're too big. Dangle feet. Even that one doesn't fit. Come on, man. Alright. I'm starting to run out of patience here. I got 20th of May. I got a coaster. Before we get into that, let's, I guess put that on triple speed. I suppose because it is the last day, or the last month, last year, there you go, good lord. The last year of this scenario, I should just go ahead and put in a 3D cinema because it's not going to have enough time for them to get bored of it. And it does count against, or doesn't count against, counts toward the guest cap. We have the haunted house. We can put in a crooked house. This one does not need to have a queue because this doesn't. So that's fine. What kind of coaster? Mini suspended. No, that's not a... No, it's not a good coaster. All right. Well, I suppose I'm just going to have to settle for inverted hairpin. Hawk's Nest, not a bad idea. And I just have to put this somewhere where I can... Oh! That's actually kind of neat, going underneath the path like that. I'm going to put this... I guess right here is probably fine still. Okay, open. You can pay $3 to ride that. Let's do the exit first. And have this come around this side, go up. Hawk's Nest in the way. Of course it is. All right. That's got to go... Oh, okay, never mind. I can't go up under here? No. Can't go up under here? No, I can. Okay. Now, is this going to be annoying to try and get me out of here? Yes, it is. Now, can I go that way? No, I cannot. Can I? I can. I also cannot go that way. Can I go this way? I can. Problem solved. Alright, so I would have loved to put a better coaster here, but, you know, can't always get what you want. Virginia Reel. Virginia Reel. Can I put... I can. Can I raise this? I can. Can I also raise this and move it? No way. No way. Oh, God. That is not supposed to be what the queue looks like. Now I'm going to need you to get off of that. There you go. There you go. Nobody's allowed to fall to their death here. That's strictly prohibited. I'm just going to have this coil around here again. All right. I am kind of surprised that fit. I'm going to leave that at $2 because these don't tend to be that popular. But all right, we got 2 more coasters in. We're at 1,100 guests. And, you know, the Round the Outside coaster is... Okay, there's only 42 people on it, but it's doing something. So, folks, I feel pretty comfortable that this is going to be good enough to get us to win the scenario here. I will, of course, monitor the guest count, but I think this is about time for us to do our end-of-episode spiel. Do you know the drill? You watch these videos enough. RollerCoaster Tycoon videos do not perform nearly as well as the Beavers do. But I love this game, and you guys do as well. And the folks whose names appear on the screen now are a direct reason why that is possible. Because they subsidize the channel so I don't have to have sponsors or any of that noise. We just have fun playing games like RollerCoaster Tycoon that we like to play. And we can do it the way we want to do it. And that's very important to me. And I'm glad that you are here, even if you're not on that list. So what we're going to do now is keep monitoring how this is going. I think I may be okay. I am time-lapsing this, by the way. But if it looks like we're going to lose, then I will, of course, have to come out of time-lapse and make emergency provisions. But it's looking like we're going to be in pretty good shape. I will catch up with you when the scenario is over then. All right, there we go. By the skin of our teeth toward the end there. But we did do it with a company value of $263,722. Which means name goes on the list. And off you go. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you back again soon for more roller coasters, more beavers, and some other stuff. Eventually. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.